Let's talk about truth. Truth and a lie. And I had a conversation with my wife one time about the differences between when you hear the truth and when you hear a lie. Um, there are fundamentals in the differences and your responses to those differences. As children, you believe anything. You know, if your parents tell you the sky is green or blood is blue or anything of that matter, you believe it because you inherently trust your parents. But as you become an adult or become older, you start to think for yourself and you start to do something called question. When you start questioning things, usually if something isn't true or if it has falsities in it, then it starts to unravel. And the more it unravels, the closer you are to actually knowing the truth. Now, when you hear something that's true, your mind doesn't necessarily do this. It's just accepted. It has to make sense as an adult on certain levels of how you reason and understand. As a child, your comprehension, understanding, and reasoning is immature. You're a child. You're still learning and understanding things. But as an adult, you have experience. You understand things to be fact, things to be fiction. So when someone tells you a lie, you immediately question the lie. And the difference is when you hear the truth, there are no questions. It makes sense. Whether it's a, whether even if it's just a theory of something, but if it lines up to what you understand about it, you don't question it. You accept it. But when someone tells you a lie, it's your mind will not accept it. It will question it. Even if the lie is good, there will be at least a single question. And sometimes it may take you a while to formulate certain questions or even understand what is the itch or the splinter in your mind that won't let this thing go. When someone is lying to you, you feel different. You start to pay attention to their tones, certain words they choose to use when they're talking to you, their facial expressions, their body language. All of a sudden, all these things this comes to the forefront, and when someone is telling you the truth, you don't really question any of these things. You just accept it for what it is. As children, and I know if you believe in the things of the Bible, that everyone is born in sin, so we don't have to be taught sin. It's already in us. Children know how to lie instinctively. They know how to lie inherently. It's in them to lie. And but usually when a child lies, and the difference between a child and an adult, that it's not thought out. It's not well crafted, and it doesn't make any sense. Now, as we become adults, we learn how to craft lies better. But fundamentally, there's still some things that won't connect with things that are factual or things that are true in nature or scientifically proven facts. It won't add up. People will use manipulation, uh, omission, and distraction as methods. These are embellishing as well, are usually all kind of put in the same category because people can bend the truth. The hardest lies to detect have some truth in them. This is why you accept it on some level, but you won't accept it as a whole once you discover what it is that's bothering you. You know, this part is fact. Part A is fact, but part B, for some reason, isn't lining up. I accept it at face value when I first hear it for part A because part A is actually true. But as I think about it later on, I can't accept it as a whole truth because that second part B, doesn't make any sense. People will lie out of fear, um, or a way to sort of evade responsibilities, or braggadocious to make yourself look good. But then there are some people who will lie, and it may seem like there is no reason. Their life isn't in danger, their reputation is not in danger, um, there's nothing to get out of. Uh, these tend to be the best types of manipulators. You'll see it in criminology, on the stand. You'll see people use people's goodwill against them and manipulate the system also by bending the truth. Mosquito. Our legal system is fractured in many ways, mainly because criminals prey on society's uh, faults, especially when it comes to how we govern law. If it can't be proven legally, then it didn't happen. Things of that nature. If I can appeal to the jury, then I'm not guilty. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can hear that. So my wife is hammering. First time a child lies to you, or if you were a child and you lied to an adult, or your parent, or your child has lied to you, or you as a child has lied, there's never any thought out process in that. It's okay, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna say this to get me out of the trouble. But like I said, it's not really thought out. Now, the people who are considered to be sociopaths or the criminally insane tend to know how to do manipulation very well. They'll say a lot of things that are true in theory, but may not be true in their situation, especially about things of their nature. Sociopaths have a way of just mimicking emotions just to hide in society, but it's not really their emotion. They know how to smile, they pay attention to cues, and it's like an act. The things that we do naturally for the sociopath, it's more of training to pretend to do so that they can hide who they really are. But even then, which probably are the best types of manipulators or liars, truth is undeniable. Truth is unmistakable. When you hear something true, it is what it is. Almost parallel to when you hear something that's a flat out lie. It's undeniable. This doesn't make sense. Stop lying.